live? Oh, I can never tell sometimes. Hold on, waiting for the playback. There we go. Okay. Yay! Sorry about that, guys. We were having all kinds of just issues, technically speaking, but hopefully now we are better. Why is chat not showing up for me in this view? Hold on, hold on. Of course, it can't be perfect. Bear with me one sec, guys. Let me see if I reload. Hopefully that doesn't kill the stream, but we're about to find out. Okay, now I can see chat in the right view. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know. I always get nervous that people can't hear me until... Hey, what's up? Okay, I think I hear myself. Hold on, let's turn on the music and hopefully that's not super loud. Yes, okay, good. Woo! I can never tell sometimes. It's like, am I audible? I don't know. Hey! Hold on. Let me get into a better view so I can see everybody. Alright, what is up to... Hold on, let me crank the audio down just a smidge more. Take that to 20. There we go. What is up to... Why am I quiet? This is on full volume. Hold on. My mic is on full power. I'll move it closer. All right, how about that? Okay, now I'm yellow lining. Hopefully that's better. All right, let's say hi to some people. What is up to Nina, Ice, Alma, Flippin', Blazin', Blue Beetle? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize, I'm not. Lily and Bill. Hopefully I got everybody. Okay, that's it. I had the mic too high up. Russ, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Okay, let me know if the music gets too loud or not. In the interim, welcome to Cocktails and Consoles. It's Melissa, and Sundays we like to do a cooking stream. And we're going to keep doing the cooking streams for as long as we can. During this time, food's coming back to the grocery stores, and it's something that I put out on Twitter. We're going to drink, goddammit, because this week sucked. Food is coming back to the grocery stores. Thankfully, all the parasites have gotten all the stuff that they need, and leaving the rest of us hang out to dry. But as I've been telling a lot of people, we don't have a food shortage. We have an idiot surplus. And now the idiots have cleaned out the stores are starting to get food back in. So don't panic. Food is available. And we're going to continue to do these streams on weekends with what we've got. So I'm very happy to see that grocery stores are starting to put limits on what we've deemed as critical items. Which now flour has made that list. And I will say, I almost thought we were going to have to change today's stream because I could not find flour anywhere. People were buying it up like it was cocaine at a dollar store. But thankfully my mother had some extra flour, so we're good for today. Oh, Ladio, I remember you now. Okay, thank you. I will try to remember that name. Venus are doing good. How are you and the family? Like the outfit? Thank you. I thought I'd bring back that, what do they call this? Like the 50s style, but rockabilly. That's it. 50s style kind of morphed into rockabilly. And we got this. My sister is doing good. She currently has a case of the sneezes, not the C-word virus, the sneezes. So she's doing okay. We're all staying indoors as much as we can. I'm still seeing my parents, making sure they're okay. Oh yeah, let me tell you, my faith in humanity fucking tanked the second this shit started. Like, wow, really? Okay, so we're all friendly to each other until shit goes down, and then all the rules are out the door. Honestly, if we ever have to go through this again, I really hope that the government puts huge restrictions on assholes being allowed to be assholes. Anyone who's tried to profit off this, anyone who decided to hoard, should basically be labeled enemies of the state, in my opinion. I'm JC from Greece. I know, I kind of got that look going on, don't I? Oh my gosh. Okay, so today, if you are having difficulty getting your hands on bread, as a lot of us are right now, if you have flour, if you have yeast, we are going to learn how to make bread together, because I've never made bread before. This is wholly new for me. Hold on a sec, let me turn this a little bit. For some reason, I'm not getting a lot of light down here. All right, but in the interim, grab yourself a drink of whatever you're legally able to drink, and let's get cooking. Woman, everything 3 items, but some lady grabbed something out of an elderly woman's cart. All right, so I'm gonna challenge you guys, and I'm gonna challenge myself, because we have Multiplayer Monday coming up, hashtag Suck It Monday. And I know for a lot of us, it has been a hard time finding something to hang on to that's good. I'm going to challenge all of us, myself included, for this Monday, let's go out and find something good. Like, we need a little bit of good in humanity. We need a story of some goodness, of someone doing something for others in this time. Let's find those stories and let's share those tomorrow, because it is the only way we're gonna get through this shitty ass time. And honestly, it's not the virus personally that's getting me down, it's people. Legal age, but it's also 8 a.m. Water. That works. Anyways, okay, so let's get started. So, for the bread, we're going to start off with, I wrote down notes here, honey, yeast, and warm water. Okay. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll start it in here. Okay. Yeast and warm water. Okay. Now, I may need your guys' help kind of converting this, because the recipe has this in terms of, oh wait, no, it's 1.5 tablespoons. Never mind. I thought it was in packages, but they actually did the conversion for me. Where are my measuring spoons? There we go. All right, let's get our 1/2 teaspoon. And crack open yeast. You're gonna want dry yeast for this. So we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. I have an old story. That would be perfect. Your bench scraper comes in handy for bread making. Thank you for the tip, Bill. I did not know that. Nobleman had 2 things and was standing in line waiting for an hour, so told her to go to the front, and this other lady yelled at her, and I told her that you can go to self-checkout. Good for you, Eladio. You know what? Helping each other out is the only way we're going to get through this. And all these selfish people can go to another fucking country, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So we have our dry yeast. We're gonna need our honey. Why does everyone need flour now? Are they gonna wipe their butt? I don't know. Like, most people don't even know how to make bread from scratch. I think what they're doing is they're buying it up because they either think that they need it, or they're buying it up to try to resell it later. Remember, you can make bread and suddenly need to bulk buy it. People are awful. Not everyone. People as a mass are awful. Individuals are great. Okay. Drink the problems away, girl. There's not enough alcohol. Plus, if there was, then I would be one of those hoarders, and I'm not gonna be part of the problem. I'm gonna be part of the solution. Send them to Italy. The hoarders? No. My hometown? Okay, how much of honey? 1 tablespoon of honey. Now I'm gonna show you guys a trick. Because honey sticks to everything. Spoons, bowls, your boyfriend. I'm not gonna go into that story. However, if you spray it down with some cooking spray, you'll have an easier time getting it out. And this is avocado oil, so it's not really going to affect the flavor. Nope, all gone. It will come back. Just no one was expecting people to be this awful. You want story time? All right. Get ready for some cringe, because here it comes. So, I think I just graduated high school, and I met this really cute guy. He was such a sweetheart. I miss him even till today, even though I ended the relationship. I was still living at home. He was still living at home. So we didn't exactly have anywhere to go for happy fun time. So what we figured we'd do is we'd go drive somewhere, find an empty parking lot, and we were going to go make out. My parents are watching this. Oh, God. And of course, you know, you grow up and you hear these stories like, ooh, people use like chocolate syrup, they use whipped cream. I had neither of those, but I did have honey. So I figured, okay, I can just supplement honey for whipped cream. Turns out, no, you can't. That stuff is very sticky. With your best efforts, you can't lick it all off. And he had to drive home for an hour covered in honey. Why he didn't break up with me then and there, I don't know. This is how good of a person he was. What the hell is up with... Oh God, YouTube. There. Nice and clean. Hold on. I gotta reboot chat. Yeah, they over-exaggerate. Now everyone started panicking. That's exactly it. Didn't know you were Italian. I'm Italian from a couple different veins. So, is my chat working now? Okay, I think my chat's working now. So my grandmother on my dad's side came over from Italy. We still don't know exactly where from Italy she was from. My grandfather had a little bit of Italian in him, and then my grandfather on my mom's side also had Italian in him. So all in, I'm about 35-40% Italian. Okay, so we have our honey, we have our yeast, and now we need how much water? Half cup warm water. All right, let's let this run for a bit. Takes my water a little bit of time to warm up. I have one of those tankless heaters, so. So yes, that was story time with Mel. I warned you there was going to be cringe. Water ASMR. I think it prioritizes the hot water to my shower first, because that turns hot like that, but this? Oh, it takes a while. I do miss your cats from your other apartment. They're still here. They are laying on the rug right now. You'll see them in the streams. I gotta find a way to boost them up a little bit so that way they're in frame. It's like the picture floating around. Okay, so it wasn't just me. It seems like it was doing that to me too. I don't know why. It's so weird. Porter's in a full hazmat suit while the cameraman is in regular clothes. That's handy. There we go. Alright. So you don't want boiling water because you don't want to kill the yeast, but you want it warm, so it's like a nice bath for them. Here we go. Okay, we're going to add in the warm water. There we go. We're gonna give this a stir just so everything gets nice and combined. And let that honey kind of melt a little bit. So what's happening in here is the honey is basically giving the yeast sugar to be able to feast on, to start producing those CO2 bubbles. The CO2 is what's going to help to basically punch those nice little holes in the bread. So while this may look like powder, this is yeast, and yeast is very much alive. It's I think it's technically a bacteria. I'm not 100% on that, though. Let me just make sure that they don't clump. Social distancing, yeast, social distancing. There we go. Did I just make a social distancing joke about yeast? Yes, I did. I'm making dough from scratch when I was a kitchen hand. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you were. Get ready for school. Have a good time at school, Blazin'. Oh, about how the media is causing the mass hysteria. They totally are. I hold them equally at fault for all of this shit. I mean, I am no fan of Trump, but Trump needs like half a reason to go after the media. Honestly, I hope he does. Because they caused a problem when there wasn't one. That's the yeast of your worries. Oh, Oracle strikes again. Alright, so we're gonna let this sit for 5 minutes. What? Josh, you're such a baby. Okay, what am I gonna get done in 5 minutes? Drinking. We'll drink for 5 minutes. Stop! Shush! Just being such a brat. They're a fungus, thank you. I wasn't sure if they were a bacteria or a fungus. And gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what the difference is between them. Every gun store in my town are all sold out of everything. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the man on the floor is a baby. Where are you going? You're such a nut job. Okay. Give that a little bit more time. Do I have time then to... Yeah, I guess I can start. Let's start cutting up our oranges. Actually, let's prep our oranges. Let's do that. We have to make sure these are super, super clean. Now, this isn't going to be we're not canning the marmalade. So, whatever marmalade we make, we have to eat within a week's time or so. Which I'm going to. I'm going to find everything I can put this stuff on. But you do still need to make sure that the rind is nice and clean because it's going to be in the jam. Yeah, and for everyone worrying about, are we going to run out of food? Trust me. There's tons of produce. There's tons of meat. Chicken may be cleaned out, because that's the first place that people go, but even that's starting to come back. So if you can't get your hands on macaroni and cheese, now a good excuse to eat better. Also, don't forget, a lot of restaurants right now are offering to-go service because they're trying to stay in business. Hey. And water-bathed jam can last in the fridge up to 3 months. Oh, that's good to know. That's nice and clean. I don't want to start that because that is under a very specific timeline. All right, that's got another minute or two, so we'll just hang out and drink. So have you guys been finding yourself cooking at home a lot more lately? And what recipes or what ingredients would you guys like to see recipes for while you guys are cooking at home? Because I want to make this stream as useful as I possibly can. The one person who tries to find a way to sneak in Jewel or Walmart and hide in there and eat everything, he's living the good life. Oh. I've had an open jar of fresh strawberry jam last almost 6 months in my fridge. Yeah, it can depend on pectin levels. That's very, very true. Okay. Hold on. I think I wrote the instructions wrong. Let me pull this up again. Used to give me the ability to mute tab. Alright. French baguette recipe. Mute that site. Thank you. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Okay, did that. Mix flour and salt in large mixing bowl. Slowly add the yeast mixture. Oh, okay, cool. And then add 1 cup warm water until it comes together. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Thank you. Oh, I could use all the bread tips. This is the first time I've ever made bread before, so any tips you have, much appreciated. Okay, so we need to get our flour together. Do I have another glass bowl? Hold on. It'd be nice if you guys could see what I'm doing. Nope. Sorry, guys. Alright, so we need 2 cups of flour. This is for my mom. So this is all-purpose flour. There are recipes that do call specifically for bread flour, and the difference between the two is that bread flour has a higher protein level, which means it's going to be a lot tougher. But there are recipes that actually need that. We're going to add 1 cup of flour and 2nd cup of flour. There's also other kinds of flour like semolina flour, which is usually used in making pasta. Although you can make pasta from all-purpose flour too. Okay. There's between 8 and 11% protein, while bread flour consists between 12 and 14%. There you go. My mom once called me Kid and Play because of my hair, and she started laughing. Ha, that's cute. When it gets very foamy. Okay, so it's not quite foamy yet, so we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. Oh, cake flour. I forgot about cake flour. So what is the difference between cake flour and, well, we'll do cake flour and all-purpose flour. What's the difference between those two? Alright, we also need salt, 1 teaspoon. Excuse you, baby. And, gosh. There we go. Cake flour is the opposite of bread flour. It has lower protein amounts, which results in a crumb texture of cakes. Ah! Fewer cocktails and consoles. Is your mom like gin and radio or something? No, actually, she's the baker of the family. She makes cookies from scratch. She makes pie from scratch. What are you doing, Kat? She makes pie crust from scratch. Like, my cooking is better, but her baking blows me away. I can't keep up with her on that. Okay. This is getting pretty foamy, but not quite there yet. If you guys can see that. If you want awesome banana bread or coffee cake, use a mix of all-purpose flour and cake flour. Ooh, that's a good idea. I wanted to find a recipe that used beer, but I couldn't find one. Because I think beer would be great for making bread. Then your cat ran into the camera stand. That tends to happen a lot. She's such an idiot. Oh, now I want banana bread. Damn it. Let me give this a little agitation. There we go. You have beer bread recipes? Nice. Ah, next time we're making beer bread. I just think it would give it so much more flavor than just, you know, standard bread. Not bread. Yeah, standard bread, actually. That works. Mom's life must make Nessence known. Yeah, I've spent all morning with this cat. I've spent all week with this cat, and it's not enough. Okay. Well, I don't want this to get too cold because I still have to mix. So let's go ahead and get this started then. Hopefully it'll catch up on the proof. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit at a time. And kind of stir it together. I think we also need to add a little bit more water. It's coming together nicely. I haven't even really started. Now, of course, the recipe did say to use your KitchenAid stand mixer, but those are fucking expensive. It was only like half the reason why I got married. It's because I wanted one. For about an hour and a half. Yeah, I thought about that, but this has to proof for like 30 minutes, and I didn't want you guys just sitting around bored. Yeah, that was my thinking too, is that either the beer itself would have enough yeast, or like maybe you have to supplement a little bit. Pour the rest out. There we go. All right, let me stir this together. So we're gonna do the old way of doing this, which is we're gonna knead by hand. I'm looking forward to it because I think it's gonna be nice and relaxing. All right, that's coming together. So now I think we need a cup of warm water, yes? Gradually add 1 cup warm water. Oh, perfect. I did have that right. We're never bored. It's so sweet of you to say that, but I'm very sensitive to making sure I'm keeping the action going. Especially for new people who may not be as invested. Like, she hasn't done anything in 30 seconds. Next. Like, it wouldn't even be a thank you next. It would just be a next. You guys are very sweet, thank you. More water. Any day now would be, you know, just great. Thank God I'm not washing dishes. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's slowly add in some warm water so that this stuff can come together. Slowly is a relative term. Now, while most of baking is a very exact science, making bread, basically anything with flour and water coming together, it's not exactly an exact science. The reason for that is because unless you're in like a sterile, sealed off room where you can control the conditions all the time, humidity is going to play a role. So you may need more water, you may need less water, you may need more flour, you may need less flour. This is where it all comes down to the touch. And this is something that both my grandmother and my mother have. Well, my grandmother had. My mother has. And I have not quite developed. You know you're done kneading when your arms hurt. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. What is up with YouTube? Can chat just please work? Not you guys. Wrap your hot water pipe so the water in the pipes retain heat longer. I can do that? Shit, I didn't even know that. Thank you. What do I wrap it in? What the hell is happening to my music? That's weird. Okay. Oh, let me reload this. Seriously, YouTube, what is your problem right now? There we go. Home Depot's version of pool noodles. Oh, okay. Needs just a little bit more to get the stuff on the bottom. Honestly, I think this is plenty of water. I don't know why it said I needed a cup, because you can see, like, it's still pretty wet. Now, some of that wetness will go away, giggity, as we knead, because there might be pockets of flour in here that haven't been hydrated yet. Basically foam that keeps the heat retained. Oh, that's so cool! God, you guys are so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna add any more water. I honestly think that's fine. And now, oh boy, hold on. Oh, yeah. Woo, here we go. We get 6 minutes on the clock. Did it say 6 minutes? 6 minutes on the clock. Here we go. We're gonna flour our board here a little bit. Which is funny, because I'm in the desert, so it is freaking dry here. But this flour came together like crazy. I'll keep the water on hand, but this is already looking pretty wet. Oh, let me dust up my hands too. There we go. All right. Come on. Yeah, she is sticky. Yeah, I know. I didn't have time to clean my countertop. so. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and put some already on top. Oh, sticky. Oh, very sticky. Oh my gosh, hold on. I think we need some more. Oh, sorry, Eladio. Yeah, cutting board is gonna move. By the way, all you guys reading this in chat, it's handy tips to have for your first time making bread. Alright. You know what? Let me just have a spoon nearby that I can just grab flour with. There we go. Oh, that feels better. Okay. We're better now. So, as far as I know, when it comes to kneading, you want to push down and out, and then move it down, out. What this is doing is it's stretching out the gluten. Sorry, this is not a gluten-free recipe. So that way it relaxes them and pulls them apart, and the texture is just going to be all better for it. Okay, now maybe I have too much flour. I solved my flour problem, and then I just added more. Yeah, I need to get my bench scraper. Hold on. Actually, I may not even need it. It's picking it all up. Wow. All right, 6 minutes. What do you guys want to talk about? Starting to feel some wet pockets in here, so. Wow, it's playing nice. Actually fun. You know what, we're just gonna keep the, there we go. So I'm feeling the wet pieces start to come through. Actually picking up a fair amount of flour. It's still very wet. Why is it so dark over here? I don't know. Work is going to be interesting. With everything being moved towards home, people's bad home networks are not designed for work stuff. That's very true. Actually, most of the stuff that we had to fix last week has been just trying to navigate around everyone's ISPs, which probably makes no sense. I should probably tell people I recently moved over to the IT team like a week before this all happened. So I'm kind of trying to learn all this stuff on the fly. And yeah, that was the hardest part for us, was trying to figure out, okay, can people not connect to VPN because there's something wrong with the VPN, that there's something wrong with their laptop, or is there something wrong with their ISP? And for a fair number of them, the issue was with their ISP. Smart person squad. I'm trying to learn. It's going to feel wet. The flour hasn't absorbed yet and hydrated. Unless it's sticking a lot, trying to add too much, or it can get tough and dry. That's true. I think I'm going to stop adding more flour at this point. Have 1 gig internet speed. Same. I'm so happy for it. Okay. Oh yeah, the user's going to be the majority of the problem, that's for sure. Well, and to be fair to them, most of the people, at least in my company, were not used to working from home. Like, they would do it every now and again, but not to this degree. Yeah, it's starting to stick just a bit. Hey, Emmy, what's up? We are making bread. Oh, that's feeling nice and hydrated. Yeah, perhaps a smidge much. When done eating, once it hits the 6-minute mark, check your dough by poking. If it bounces back, oh, that's right. Oh, it's starting to. It's actually pretty good. State's going on lockdown tomorrow night. And just remember, shop for the week. Try to go outside for at least 20 minutes. Just, stay away from people. Because you do need vitamin D. One of the biggest problems of cabin fever is that people don't get vitamin D, and that can cause a lot of problems. Not saying that you're going to see ghosts in a hotel, but you do need that fresh air. And you do need that vitamin D. And I'm trying so hard to not make a vitamin D joke. You have no idea. I would never blame someone for not knowing something, but I think I should be taken seriously when someone lies about their basic computer skills on a resume. Very true. Very, very, very true. Oh, this feels so nice. This is fun. It takes time, but I think the final product is going to be so worth it. All right. Let's do our test. Poke. It bounced mostly back. Let me give this a few more. What are you doing, cat? What are you doing, you nut job? I know, Ice. You know the joke I'm trying not to make. When you need the D. Ah! See, you guys are already ahead of me. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Speaking of vitamin D, try not to make that joke either. Oh, this is a good arm workout. God, these vitamin D jokes, I swear. Okay, now bench scraper. Brought to you by Bill. Alright. Oh, I need to clean up. Hold on. Hands gross. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta clean some bowls here. Nice. There we go. Now, I actually need to clean both of these. See, I don't need a man on the floor, I need a man cleaning the dishes. There we go. I'm trying to get away from me for 30 years. if it wasn't for every place shutting down, I'd be in heaven right now. Like working from home, being told to stay away from people. Fabulous. That's what this doctor ordered. I have hope that they're gonna reopen a lot of stores and just have people, you know, just continue working from home, continue, you know, going to school from home. But you can't shut down businesses for longer than a month because the economy's not gonna recover. Go. Could be worse, man on the couch. That's a fair point. Okay, now let's clean up this bad boy. Okay. Pretty sure the rest of K-12 school is a wash. True. And I mean, honestly, with school shootings being a thing, I am a huge supporter of school being remote. Because, I mean, let's face it, what social skills are we really learning at school? It's basically like Lord of the Flies. Okay. I say it was told this week that even though kids are taking online courses, it won't count for their grades? That is bullshit. That is utter bullshit. It wasn't their choice to have to take school from home. It's, like, the lack of strategy for this whole thing is driving me crazy. And honestly, it's causing a lot of the problems. Now, granted, we are up against the clock on this. I totally get it. That being the case, if you have to make a drastic statement like saying, hey, look, we need to lock down for a bit, fine. But tell people what will be open, what won't be open. Basically, tell them exactly how they're going to get through this. Go grocery shopping as usual. Try to stay about 6 feet apart from everyone. Don't fucking hoard shit, because food's not going away. You'll still have idiots who are going to, you know, disregard that, but it'll at least help to mitigate the fucking panic. God damn it. Okay, YouTube, what is up with your shit today? I am in no mood. Well, I guess the hungry I came running back up the stairs with the kettle chips and started eating. Okay, so now you're gonna want a bowl. I love this bowl. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Supposedly, mixing eggs in a copper bowl is supposed to help them turn out better. I don't know that I've seen it, but we're gonna spray this down. And we're going to put our dough in there. Boom. And cover it with a towel. Boom. All right. So now let me clean this off and we'll start on our marmalade. Might make them repeat the year. So dumb. And again, it's the lack of strategy for all of this. If you're going to require that restaurants close, then you better be ready to pay everyone who is not going to be working. and paying them what they would have been making. This, oh, you'll get $1,000 when they were making over like 3. It doesn't cover the bills. You tell kids that they're gonna have to go to school remote when the schools aren't set up for it, and then not give them credit for doing so. It's like they want more problems. Oh yeah, that towel is damp. I just used that to dry off everything else. Alright, bench scraper is good. Now, let me clean this off. If you have a bunch of flour, don't put it down your sink. Thankfully, I don't have too much on here because you will gum up the works. Wet flour is essentially a glue. Hey, Queen Kai, what's up? Oh yeah, it's like the impact of this is going to be felt for a while, and sadly, it's not the virus. It's everything we had to do because of it. Packing for lockdown, cool. Get my spoon out of here. There we go. 5 days till the wedding! Yay! I'm gonna toast to that on Monday. That's my good news for Monday. Actually, no, that should be Alma's good news for Monday. Sorry. I just thought about that. Like, no, that should be her good news. What? Look for a president and he maybe... He's not alone in this. Because a lot of states are making their own decisions right now. Not to say that he's not responsible for not being more strategic about this. He is, and they are too. No! I'm busy, you know that. We have the marriage license, so even if the chapel closes, we can go stand under a tree if we have to. Aww. Actually, that may even be more romantic. I think it would be like the Marshall Lily wedding from How I Met Your Mother. Except it'll be Lily Lily. Or would that be the Lily Robin? Let's say the Lily Robin. You guys can decide between yourselves which one's the Lily, which one's the Robin. It would be romantic if it wasn't so darn cold. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Okay. Stick you over there for right now. Let's start cutting up our oranges. Thought I got all the stickers off. So if you've not encountered these before, these are blood oranges. They are my most favorite kind of orange, not only because of the name, but also because of the color and the flavor. They are slightly more bitter than your standard orange, so be ready for that. But this recipe has enough sugar that it should help kind of balance that out. Premier Victoria had to take shit into his own hands due to our Prime Minister taking advice from a rectal doctor. I have no idea what half of that means. Alright, so we're going to start about here. Now, these do have a bit more pith than your standard orange, but to compensate for that, we're going to slice these very, very thin. So we don't want the top, and we don't want the bottom. We want to just get to where we start to see the fruit. Then we're going to cut this sucker in half. Let's see, do I want them that big? No, I want about that big. Now you can absolutely do this on a mandolin, but I'm going to assume that most of us don't have a mandolin and show you how to do it without one. I'm going to get rid of just one more piece here, because this piece right here is going to be like mostly that white stuff. That's pith. It's very, very bitter. So we're going to stick that off to the side. And then start slicing as thin as we can. Country's leader has been taking advice from someone who specializes in anal medicine. Ah! Is he also telling people to stock up on toilet paper? Because somehow that became a thing. Nice and thin. Gotta get finished and get my stuff together. Cool. Good luck. Alright, I can't get all the way through, but that should be close enough. Alright, same thing. We're gonna get off that top piece, because that has a lot of pith. And start slicing down. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. Didn't get a knife set for free, but they gave me a 50% off code. Cool. There we go. See that color? Isn't it beautiful? By the way, blood oranges, replace the cranberry in any Cosmopolitan with blood orange. You're gonna be happy that you did. Now this recipe is going to be a little bit weird. This is actually going to have us doing half of this in a microwave, which is bizarre to me, but okay. Parts of Australia have closed their borders. North did first, South followed, West had no choice, as its two neighbors were both closed. That makes sense. Okay, take a little shaving off. There we go. Hey Zoe, what's up? How you been? Okay, so for this we need exactly 2.5 cups of fruit. Now, just like bread to some degree, well, just like baking, I should say, this has to be kind of an exact science because we're dealing with pectin. And what pectin is, and I'm gonna keep me honest here, I believe it's like the fruit version of protein. It's what pulls water together so it holds the jam together. Otherwise, this would just fall apart. It's going good. It's craziness is extended here too. All of our grocery stores got cleaned out because people are assholes. But they are restocking, and they're not allowing refunds, and I think that's beautiful. So now all those people who decided they were gonna fuck over everyone else can now sit on their toilet paper thrones for the rest of their lives. So I'm gonna measure out 2.5 cups exact. Gotta get going. I'll swing by another stream, or maybe if you keep going, I might come back. We'll probably be going for about another hour, I think. But if you miss it, we will be back tomorrow with Multiplayer Monday. Have a good one. Let's see, this gave us about, I want to say 1 cup exact. Ken says we don't need to buy extra TP, so we're using the ones I bought 2 months ago. Good for you. How is Ken? And how are you guys holding up? It may actually give me 1 1/4 cups, so I think this plus 1 more will give me the 2.5 cups. I still need a job. Well, hang in there. I always spend 1/4 of my time in the bathroom. Fiber helps, but you really don't need that much. I know this isn't a that kind of virus, and it's not like we're going to nuclear war with Russia, where we're gonna have to live in a bunker for 4 years. But then again, some dumbass people who make a lot of money are convinced that the 5G network is responsible for the C-word virus. Why? Because they both came from China. By the way, they're also verified on Twitter, so just goes to show Twitter has no standards. Alright, yeah, this is going to be pretty much 1 1/4 cups. So we'll cut up 1 more and then we'll have enough. Turning into a grandma. Love it. Alright, so we're going to put our oranges in here. Add in our other pieces. And we're going to call that about 1 1/4 cups. Ditch these other pieces. Gotta support local business. We need bubble tea. Yes, support them. They need help right now. I wish there was a charity going on that's gonna help the people who are specifically out of a job right now because of this, but I haven't been able to find one. If you guys happen to know of one, please let me know, because I definitely want to do a charity stream. But I want to make sure that the money is going directly to the people who have been put out of a job because of all this. There we go. Nah, get off. Yep, hello, seeds. Let's get rid of you. You're not welcome to the party. There we go. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all the likes. You guys are the best. There we go. Let's cut a good piece of that one off. That had a lot of pith to it. Growing green onions and strawberries indoors. Nice! Once I can get caught up on my filming, that's the next thing I want to do is make my herb garden. I know, but now I can't get it sharpened because every place I would go to get it sharpened is closed right now. And I get one of those kits to sharpen it at home, but I just don't have the skills for it. Something best done left to professionals. Although I wonder, sometimes there used to be a van that would tour around and sharpen knives. I'll have to see if they're available here and if they're still in business. I would imagine so. And see if he'll come by and sharpen my knife. Oh, thank you, Bill. It's very kind of you. I appreciate the sentiment. Yes, it is very dangerous to be working with an unsharpened knife because you're more apt to really damage yourself than with a sharp knife. Hold on. God, I love electro swing music. There we go. All right, we're gonna pile all this into our bowl. Boom. Clean off our bench scraper. Okay. I think we're actually done with this now. So let's clean up a little bit. Mom uses this marble block to sharpen her cleaver knife. Not sure if it can be used for all knives. That sounds interesting. They have good sharpeners where all you do is pull the knife down as if you're cutting something. I'll have to look for one of those. Yeah, exactly. The sharper the knife is, the less pressure and the less this you have to do. And it's that which will whoosh off a finger. So, keep those knives sharp. And trust me, my sister knows. She was dealing with one of the knives from my parents' house that wasn't very sharp, and she was trying to cut up chocolate and whoosh, tip of her thumb. Use the bottom of porcelain of ceramic cup. Huh, I never thought about that. Shit, I don't think I have either. Wait. Oh, yes I do. Okay, I'm good. But I'm gonna look for one of those sharpeners, because if it helps to make sure that there's no way that I can fuck it up, I'd rather have one of those. Okay, now that we have this, we need the sugar. How much sugar? 4.5 cups. That's a lot of sugar. But remember, this is very, very tart. So, let's check on our dough. Yeah, you do have to be careful with sharp knives. Don't just throw them into a drawer. One, it damages the knife, and two, it can damage you trying to take it out. So if you have the ability to, having a dedicated drawer just for knives, where it holds them in place, or get yourself one of those magnetic strips, it's even better. Alright, let me do it this way. I don't want to get my towel wet, so instead, I'm going to get a paper towel. There we go. And then put the towel over that. And still has a little ways to go. Okay, so now we need 4.5 cups of sugar. Which may actually clean me out of sugar. Oh, in Discord? Thank you! I appreciate that. I'll check that out after the stream. Got a wooden knife block for some knives. For really sharp ones, we have a case that locks them into place. That's good. That's exactly what you need. I gotta make sure this is super dry. Alright, 4.5 cups. Wow. Hitchy's not used to super sharp knives. I usually do the cooking in the house. She used one of my knives and was so sharp she didn't realize. No! Oh, that's rough. How bad? This can't be 4 cups. That's... Alright, well, I guess 4 cups. This is bizarre, but fine. 2. 3. Oh, goodbye, sugar. Thankfully, you're back in stock. 4.5. Okay. Let me double check this recipe real fast. God, how many ads do they shove into a fucking cooking page? Okay, did all that, did all that. Stir in sugar until it's well mixed and microwave on high for 3 minutes. Okay, I guess that's what we do. Fixed it with a band-aid. She said she looked down and went, "Why am I bleeding?" Oh! Do people have baking competitions during quarantine? They would if flour was available. Alright. Let's try and stir this without having it go everywhere. Thankfully, in the microwave, these blood oranges are going to start to break down, which will loosen up some liquid. I just don't know if this is enough liquid for all this to dissolve. But we shall see. You make garlic rosemary bread in a Dutch oven. Nice! Everyone is stocking up on flour, either because they're stupid or because they're trying to gouge people and resell it. Thankfully, at least here, all of our grocery stores have put limits on stuff like that. And they're not allowing people to do returns. So every idiot who overshopped and now is looking at their huge wall of toilet paper and flour like, well, I don't want to deal with all this, can't return it. So even if they survive this outbreak, they still have to live with that. Okay. That's a lot of sugar. Into the microwave we go. Okay. While that's going, I'm gonna prep the oven. Yeah, that may interrupt the music. Hold on. $450. Okay. Sorry, with the microwave going, it may interrupt this. Oh, I know, bubble tea is so good. Alright, every minute I'm going to take it out and stir it, because I think that's going to be a better way to deal with this. This is a weird recipe. Yeah. Now it's starting to extract some liquids. There we go. There's still a lot of sugar in here. Okay. There we go. That's not that much sugar? Really? Wow. Hold on, let me change the white balance. It's driving me nuts. That's a bit better. Hold on, something's missing. Okay, now I don't look so bad. 2.5 to 1. Oh, that's good to know. 1 pound fruit, you need 2.5 pounds sugar. Jesus, that's a lot. I mean, it seems like a lot. Yeah, this is starting to come together now. Oh, yeah, there we go. Can you guys see this? There's so much more liquid now in this bowl. And even though the recipe didn't tell us to do this, I think this is a better way of doing it in 1 minute increments. Because I don't want to turn the sugar, I don't want to burn the sugar and turn it to a caramel. That's not going to taste good. I mean, it might. I've never mixed caramel with blood orange before, but it's not what we're going for on this. Actually, I think 1 more minute would probably do it. Still have strawberry jam from last year, so I'll probably make blackberry and blueberry this year. Yum! Welcome back, Emmy. There we go. I think maybe 1 more minute just to get the last of the graininess out. And then we're good. Microwave, sorry. Ooh, orange marmalade. Maybe make some blood orange marmalade? Oh, beer, I love you. Okay. This. Oh, it didn't say when to put in the lemon juice. Oh, we put it in that. Okay, cool. Good to know. Perfect. I think that's exactly how we want it. Alright, so how much lemon juice do we need? 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna eyeball it. There we go. Alright, now, the recipe didn't call for this, but I'm gonna add it a little bit of crushed red pepper because I want sweet, tart, and a little spice. This is completely optional, you don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Because I'm weird like that. Yeah, that's done. Pain in the joint of your big toe without explanation. I get that from time to time. I think the muscles in my toes just kind of seizure a little bit. Normally if I like flex and point my foot for about a minute, it goes away. Now the question is the joint of your toe swollen compared to the other one? Because you want to make sure it's not an actual joint problem. Okay, that's good. All right. Now we need to get our pectin going. That is water and pectin in a medium saucepan. Bring it to high. Stir it for 1 minute. A 1.7-ounce box of pectin, which any kind will do. She's gone mad with power. Tends to happen. That's why I love cooking. It's like there's mostly no rules. Except, you know, just don't kill people with the food that you make. 1.75 ounces. Great, that's exactly what I needed. Hi, recipes, thanks for playing. Da, 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 da. There we go. Pour that in here. That's 1.75 ounces? Jesus. Seems like a lot, but okay. Who am I to question them? And to that we add 3/4 cup of water. Ooh yeah. Is Melissa here? It's the perfect time for her to mock me for only having one spatula. It could be. Do you wear socks with your shoes? All right, that's got to come to a boil and stay at a boil for a minute, and then we're going to pour it into here, and then we're going to pour it into this pretty little vessel. And then we're going to get our bread going. Oh, this looks so pretty. I'm so excited we're making this. Now they did say that this had to sit in the fridge for at least 24 hours. I'm thinking to soften the rinds because they're still not soft enough to like eat like candy yet, and to let the gel come together. So we're gonna do our best to try to let it sit as long as we can, but no promises. There we go. I'm really gonna have to clean this counter after the stream. Oh, it looks so pretty with all the stuff. It should be coming to a boil here in a moment. Let's see how our bread is doing. Good. It hasn't risen much. This may be pretty flat. We shall see. Okay, we're done with the salt. That can go away. We're done with the sugar. That can go away. That's not boiling yet. Okay. Yeah, the yeast may not have been ready. Oh well, we'll do what we can with what we got. This also might be pretty old. Oh wow, yeah. Best if used by June 2020. This may have been on its last legs. But that's fine. The way you make bread is still the same. It's just my yeast probably wasn't very good. Alright. Everything else is taken care of, so we're just waiting on this, and then we'll get that going. Got our bench scraper ready. We're also gonna need this and this. Now, I don't know how true this is, so all you guys who have made bread before can tell me, but what they recommend to do is right when you go to put your bread into the oven, have a pan like this in a rack underneath, and this is what we're gonna throw the 2 ice cubes into and then close the oven door. And that is supposed to help the crust to come out better on this. I don't know how true that is. We're gonna find out together. That's a bubbling. Okay. That's done.